While today Washington Square is a lovely park, for most of the 1700s it was used as a potter's field. Vagrants, strangers, and those who could not afford a proper burial were buried there. During the Revolutionary War and after a yellow fever epidemic, it became a mass grave. It is said that to this day the ghost of a Quaker woman named Leo patrols the park to protect the dead from grave robbers, as she did in life. She has been spotted by numerous people over the years, including a police officer. If you ever walk the streets of Philadelphia at night, you will find almost every park full of homeless people sleeping on benches, with the exception of Washington Square, which remains empty. The Great Lakes are known for their randomly violent and inexplicable storms. For centuries, sailors on Lake Erie have blamed these occurrences on the storm hag. She is described as a hideous demon that lives beneath the lake. She sings a quiet song before rising from the waves, spitting lightning, and conjuring up the kinds of storms that can swallow a ship and its crew whole. To this day, they say you can still hear her screaming. According to legend, a corrupt monk in Easton, Pennsylvania, made a fortune blackmailing the wealthy after they confessed their sins to him. He grew more greedy and was eventually sentenced to hang after beating an old woman to death. As the story goes, immediately after he died, he transformed into a monstrous, clawed goblin and took to the woods. It's said that he ate 5 of his fellow monks before the rest fled the state, leaving the monastery in ruins behind them. Irwin Road is a stretch of desolate road in the North Hills area of Pittsburgh, called Blue Mist Road for the eerie blue mist which covers the road at night. It was rumored to have been a KKK meeting place and the site of lynchings. There are scary stories of every kind attached to this spooky road, from a witch's abandoned house to levitating glowing orbs, and of course, murder. According to one story, a jealous husband murdered his unfaithful wife and their children, then dumped their corpses into a septic tank beside his house on Blue Mist Road. Their ghosts will haunt the road. They are joined by a ghost dog and a mutant deer-human hybrid. One story says a bold teen honked the horn of his car to alert the critters he was coming, and later he was found dead, dripping blood, dangling from the hanging tree. Pittsburgh's Charlie No Face, also known as the Green Man, is one of Pittsburgh's best-known local legends. According to different accounts, a man can be found lurking by the roadside at night and emitting a green glow, or perhaps he is horribly deformed. He can be seen blowing cigarette smoke out through the holes in his cheeks. This urban myth is actually partially true. From the 1920s to the 1980s, a man who had suffered a severe accident that destroyed his face would walk a lonely stretch of road under the cover of night so he could get some fresh air and exercise while avoiding comments about his appearance. His name was Raymond Robinson, and he was actually a nice and entirely non-murderous guy. Township is a quiet corner of York, Pennsylvania surrounding by forests. It's also the rumored site of the 7 Gates of Hell. According to legend, there are 7 remote gates which, when crossed in the right order, open a doorway to hell. The first is visible by daylight and the rest become visible only at night. No one has passed through more than 5 of them and returned to tell the tale.